again, this goes back to two states called North Carolina have entered the American Union. Okay, one entered in as a 12th state. One entered. We had a purportedly new state enter the American Union on June 25th, 1868. I mean, go look it up in your World Book. It's there. It entered the American Union, and these have two different body politics. The first body politic, the first people that possessed the land of North Carolina, were the freemen of North Carolina. And if you look at the Constitution, the original Constitution of 1776, it was a constitution for the freemen of North Carolina. Now we have an overthrow of that. We have Reconstruction, which we've talked about, and people need to look at that on the town hall video or some of the other videos that are out there that will explain that. Now we have a new state entering the Union, and it's not composed of the freemen of North Carolina. It is composed of United States citizens, people who have an oath of allegiance to Washington, who reside, who reside in North Carolina. Now, a lot of people look at reside as being a lawfully binding term. There was a federal court that talked about the term reside, and it says the term reside has as many meanings as Joseph's coat has colors. And so it's not a precise meaning. And so the issue gets to be, where are you domiciled? Where do you legally live? And none of that is on the North Carolina voter registration application. The state that entered the American Union in 1868 is a new state, a new body politic. The people have a different relationship to the United States Constitution than they had prior to that. And once I found all this stuff out, I quit voting. I haven't voted. I think the last person I voted for was Ross Perot. I could be wrong, but I mean, it was a long time ago. Because after I found this stuff out, that a North Carolinian can't vote in North Carolina. And if you look at a voter registration application, you have to sign, what's required that you fill out is that you are a citizen of the United States of America. Well, was that a requirement in 1791? No, it was you are a citizen of North Carolina. Your state citizenship was dominant, primary, not subordinate of federal national citizenship. And so on this application right here, which is a voter registration application from North Carolina, you're required to be a citizen of the United States, and they ask you that here twice, and nowhere on here does it talk about being a citizen of North Carolina. It's a citizen of the United States who resides in North Carolina, and that goes straight to the phraseology of the 14th Amendment. All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. And you see a fundamental change there of going from state citizens to national citizens who reside. And again, a good example of this to give people, because it's still kind of a weird concept, is Puerto Ricans. We see that people from Puerto Rico are United States citizens. When they come to North Carolina and become they're a United States citizen by being they're a native-born United States citizen in Puerto Rico, not a natural-born, but a native-born citizen. It's kind of a strange little relationship there. And when they come to North Carolina or New York or whatever state, and they reside in that state, by being a United States citizen residing in that state, they get to vote for the president. So isn't it kind of strange that a Puerto Rican residing in North Carolina can vote for the president, but a North Carolina citizen domiciled and living in North Carolina is not allowed to vote? If you declare yourself to be a citizen of North Carolina and not a United States citizen, because United States citizen was created by Congress in 1866, it's not anything to do with our foundation, you're not allowed to vote in North Carolina. And I've got some correspondences where I made correspondences in 1995 saying I'm a citizen of North Carolina, not a citizen of the United States, and my voter registration was canceled by the state. They said, you can't vote in either state nor federal elections. By saying I was born in North Carolina, I'm a citizen of North Carolina, well, the light bulb went off. Well, then that government that's in place now isn't for North Carolina citizens. But the original state was. And so the issue is, let's get back to lawful government. Let's put back into place what our founders put back in place. Let's recognize the lawful government that was displaced by Military Order Number 120, issued by General Canby in North Carolina. That's not the way you put government of right and government of consent in places with military orders. Let's recognize that as lawful. Let's get our country back. I mean, we can do it.